our chauffeur will be glad to take you all to the airport. Don't know why your daddy insists on driving.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer, Grant. But my daddy wants to drive his little girl to the airport one more time before she gets married.
Well, if he changes his mind, Sugar Britches, you let me know. I'll send Spencer over with the Aston Martin. I still don't understand why you ought to go to Chicago for a wedding dress. You can find a beautiful one right here in Fort Worth.
Oh, I'm sure we could, but Daddy wants my dress to be an extra special one.
Y'all say you're meeting your Aunt Mildred in Chicago?
Mm-hmm. She lives there. Oh, Aunt Mildred has hovered over me ever since my mom died. I know you're worried, sweetheart, but we'll be back with time to spare.
Oh, dang woman, you got me so hornswoggled I can't laugh over the dry gulch. I'll miss you, Laura Ferguson. Soon you'll be Laura Livingston.
You know, Grant, I'll miss you too, but Daddy and I would be just as happy with a smaller wedding. You know, the bride's family...
Well, don't even think of it. Mama's ecstatic getting married here. Well, since you don't have a mother and she don't have a daughter, and you're from out of town, this is the only wedding she'll ever get to plan. She's as happy as a border collie at a roundup.
Oh, your mother's been a real trooper, especially since we've only known each other for such a short time.
Mama tells everyone it's just like her and Daddy. It's a repeat of his father and me. Love her side.
And Laura is a Yankee girl from way up north. I'm glad she doesn't mind.
Mind? It'll be a big Texas wedding, just like hers and Daddy's. Grander than anything you ever seen. We'll have a big Texas wedding done in proper Texan style, with fancy folks in limousines that sprawl the Texan mile. We'll say our vows and throw the rice, and then we'll head on out of town to a barbecue on Livingston Reddown. It'll all come true when you say I do. It'll all come true when you say the words I do. We'll have a big Texas wedding done the $1 million way, with brothy beans and brisket served upon a silver tray. We'll cut a 10-foot cake and cut a rug as bubbly starts to flow, and we'll dollar dance and watch the money grow. It'll all come true when you say I do. It'll all come true when you say the words I do.
All right, I get the picture. Try this. We'll have a big Texas wedding done with legendary flair. From Lubbock to Laredo, they'll remember this affair. We'll ride our horses in the sunset in our chaps and diamond spurs, and our golden saddles branded his and hers.
Whoa! All right there, Sugar Britches. Stop your Yankee doodling around. This is serious. Golden saddles. We'll have a big Texas wedding and a bigger Texan life. A highfalutin rodeo. When you become my wife, we'll have a dynasty of Livingston, age 10 on down to 3, and a baby Bronco bouncing on my knee. It'll all come true when you say I do. It'll all come true when you say the words I do. It'll all come true when you say I do. It'll all come true when you say the words I do. Well, I guess it's time for me to hit the road. Gotta make another $1 million for my little lady, Laura.
Well, goodbye, Grant.
Call when you know your return flight.
Ready to go? Oh, well, Grant. Excuse the rush. Don't want to be late for your plane, Laura.
Buy the most expensive dress in all of Chicago.
The wedding dress your mother, may she rest in peace, would have loved.
Remember, the eyes of Texas will be upon you. Bye now, Sugar Britches.
Oh. Coast clear. You can come out now, Mother.
Honey bunch is gone. Let's get packing.
Did I hear him call you sugar britches? It's a good thing I wasn't in on this one.
Oh, but it's a good thing you came to help us drive a truck full of gifts back to Maine.
Oh, I was glad to have some time off to rearrange the shop. This rich cowboy with the lasso. Do you think he suspects anything?
Oh, not a thing. Grant is oblivious to anything that does not begin or end with a dollar sign. He is going to be stunned when we just disappear.
With all these lovely gifts. Oh, the shop needs new inventory. You two did so well.
Are you packed, Laura? I mean, Flossie?
Oh, packed and ready to get out of here.
All right. My luggage is in the car. Last night we packed the truck with the gifts from the other rooms. We'll head straight home to the Silver Shell. Best gift shop on the coast. Oh! Yeah. When I retire, I'm going to put wheels on these things.
Sorry to leave without the gifts at their mansion, except for that armadillo punch bowl. At least we were able to display some of the gifts here in the ballroom. And that gold ingot the president of the bank left the happy couple.
Oh, it fit nicely under my shawl last night. Oh, I felt like a thief. I hate doing this.
It was a gift. It isn't robbery if somebody gives it to you.
Oh, such a beautiful ring. Grant was so proud of it.
That will bring 15 grand.
Which should about put us black and we can finally stop doing this.
Well, we're not quite ready yet, Flossie. Remember how much we need you.
Well, can we at least use our real names? I'm tired of masquerading.
Well, okay, we'll use our real names. We'll be the Marvels. I mean, after all, we are the marvelous marvels of Maine. Would you look at this? In the New York Times, another perfect bachelor.
Oh, so soon.
Listen, the winner's trophy will be presented by Mr. and Mrs. William Spencer Austin and their sought-after bachelor son, Austin. I mean, it's a tennis tournament in the Hamptons. Bachelor son, Austin.
Austin. What kind of a name is that?
Poor boy. 2 first names.
Or 2 last names. The Austin family recently donated $1 million for renovation of the club's tennis center. Yeah, it looks like they made a fortune. 3 generations owning an investment firm. And your mother, she'll be with us this time.
Oh, well, that'll make it easier.
Oh, he's loaded. I mean, this could be the best one yet. I mean, the Hamptons.
Oh, and this would be the last one. I'd like to get on with my dream.
Flossie, remember, nobody really gets hurt. And remember what your father always says. We're enriching these people's lives. Enriching the rich with unexpected excitement.
Oh, it's the unexpected things in life that keep us alive and vibrant. I mean, it's like a bee in your glass of lemonade.
Oh, like a mouse in your pantry. Oh.
It's like a bachelor in the Hamptons. Now we pack and travel to the Hamptons with our plans of matrimonial joy. Here's a warning to the wealthy Austins. She will woo your bachelor boy, will impress the unsuspecting family. Manners straight from Henley Post. Just like that, a sweet engagement. Just like that, a wedding toast.
It's the unexpected things that keep you on your toes. Those unselected irritants you never chose. All the quick goodbyes, the fast hellos, the thorn you find in every rose. It's the unexpected things that keep you on your toes.
While they plan hors d'oeuvres and who will cater, the photographer and who will sing, we will plan a swift and sure departure with the gifts and diamond rings. All the zest we add to others' living, the excitement and the fun. They will be content and happy while we take the gifts and run.
It's the unexpected things that keep you on your toes. Those unsuspected irritants you never chose. All the quick goodbyes, the fast hellos, the thorn you find in every rose. It's Unexpected things that keep you on your toes.
Come on, Floss, just one more smile, one more bachelor to the aisle. You can go this extra mile. Help the marvelous Marvel go out in style.
Last time.
Huh. That's my girl.
It's the unexpected things that keep you on your toes. Those unselected irritants you never chose. All the quick goodbyes and fast hellos, song you find in every rose. It's the unexpected, unselected, unprojected, unexpected, undetected things you never chose.
It's the unexpected things that keep you
on your
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen. Wanda, when you're finished with that, check the supply of ice in the cabana near the pool, and don't forget to put ashtrays on the upper veranda. Spiffy ones.
Gotcha, Dolph.
Do not call me Dolph. The name is Randolph.
No need to be such a grouch. It's not my fault your wife ran away with the butcher.
Ah.
Oh, someone's coming.
Randolph? Wanda? Randolph?
Here, madam, we are nearly ready for the guests.
Wanda, I do hope you set out the Irish linen in all of the bathrooms.
Yes, Mum.
I have no idea how many to expect.
Knowing you, Mother, you'll invite everyone we know, and some we don't.
I have alerted the staff, and we are prepared for many or few.
Oh, good. Oh, there you are, darling. How are the North Lawn Gardens?
Fair daffodils, we weep to see you haste away so soon. As yet the early rising sun has not attained its noon.
Poem, 2 daffodils. Poet, Robert Herrick.
Good boy. Thank you for clearing your schedule today, Austin.
My pleasure, Father.
Now, tomorrow, will you be meeting with the entire board or just the president?
The entire board.
Well, be sure to give Scooter Johnson my best regards.
Austin, we're so excited you could be here for this event. Keep your eyes open. There'll be scads of single women here today.
Yes, Mother.
Oh, and the Myers will be here. I'm so jealous. She's going to be a grandmother.
Oh, Daphne,
goodness.
are you ready?
Oh, these flowers in here. Oh, yes. Oh, and Wanda, do remember to put the ashtrays on all of the verandas. God knows I don't want men smoking their horrid cigars in our home.
Mr. Austin, we seem to be having a problem with the Bentley again. I hope the Mercedes will suffice.
The Mercedes will be fine, Raymond, thank you. We really must get to the country club, Daphne. Once more into the fray, into the last good fight I'll ever know. Poet?
John Trelaw. But really, Father, it's just a tennis match.
Oh, no. As if there could be such a thing.
This is going to be a grand affair.
Love all.
We competed on the tennis courts of exotic posh and blush resorts in designer shirts and matching shorts. Tennis is the sport of sports.
Love 15.
We've been working to improve our stroke. We take vitamins and never smoke. Pay a trainer till we're nearly broke. Truly, this is not a joke.
15 all.
Try to hold
West 30, Carter 15.
Dear Lord, spare me injury. Tennis elbow, tennis knee.
You need lessons, I agree. Backhands haunt me endlessly. Carter's headed for the wall. That was close.
30 all.
West is winning. What's the use?
Score.
Deuce.
Who's the man up in the chair, looking at us with a glare?
Cynthia, do not point or stare. That's the lifeguard sitting there.
I can't keep the scoring straight. What's a deuce? How does it rate?
2 from 30. Calculate. One's ahead by 28.
Advantage West.
Carter stumbles at the net. West returns the fastest yet. Great point, game point, that's a set. On to our house, don't forget.
Carter lost, don't understand. Wish I'd picked the other man.
Time to pay, that's if you can. Sports.
I'm still a fan.
Would you like a glass of sparkling port?
I have good hors d'oeuvres of every sort.
We can't wait to use our new clay course. $1 million for a new clay course in the Austin. The sport of sport.
William, do you have a moment?
Oh, excuse me. Yes, Daphne.
I'd like you to meet Arthur and Cynthia Marvel and their single daughter, Miss Flossie Marvel. This is my husband, William. The Marvels have just arrived from the Bahamas.
Wonderful. Welcome, Arthur. Cynthia.
Oh, thank you.
And this must be Flossie.
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Austin and Mrs. Austin.
Austin, Melody, Thomas. I'd like you to meet Mr. and Mrs. Arthur Marvel and their lovely daughter, Miss Flossie Marvel. Flossie, this is my single son, Austin, and our good friends Melody and Thomas Rutherford.
How do you do, Mr. Marvel? Mrs. Marvel?
Nice to meet you.
Don't forget Flossie.
A pleasure, Miss Marvel. Flossie.
Austin.
Mrs. Marvel, Mr. Marvel, Miss Marvel, marvelous.
The Marvels just flew in from the Bahamas.
Oh, don't you just adore the Bahamas? Surely you know Half Moon Bay. Thomas and I love it there, don't we?
Oh, we never go near the water. It's so wet.
Well, I was browsing the New York Times and read about the tennis courts you're donating. We had to be here for the dedication.
The Marvels are just passing through, Austin. Austin's a Harvard man. Did I mention that he's not married? And where did you go to school, dear?
Sarah Lawrence.
Sarah Lawrence? Well, so did I.
What line of work are you in, Austin?
I'm treasurer of the family business, sir. My grandfather founded Hampton Investments.
Founded a future of fabulous funnels of funds for fantastic fortunes for families and friends.
Oh, Thomas, you're so clever. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay here. I just adore Randolph's lemonade frappe, except I have him add gin. Naughty me.
Naughty. Keep your eye on this one.
Thank you. Cynthia, would you like that?
Sorry, Flossie. Mother thinks I should keep my eye on every pretty woman.
Oh, my mother thinks I should keep my eye on every handsome man.
May I get you a drink?
Just a soft drink for now.
Pardon me, miss. May I suggest a lemonade frappe?
Oh.
Flossie, this is Randolph, and this is Randolph's wonderful lemonade frappe. Frappe, this is Flossie Marvel.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Randolph. And you, Mr. Frappe. Oh, this is delicious. Would you mind sharing the recipe?
It is a family secret recipe, and I guard it with my life.
Why don't you escort Miss Marvel to the veranda and show her the garden?
Mother, I don't think Flossie would like to go.
I would love to see the gardens.
Well, why not? Someday I'm going to have you arrested for meddling.
That's nice, dear.
Oh, this party is divine, Daphne.
Thank you. I'm so glad you came.
Flossie's a delight. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies.
Oh, how poetic. Did you write that?
Oh, wish I had. No, I must credit Lord Byron.
Does Austin live here with you?
Oh, he lives in London.
He manages our offices there, just in the States briefly doing some business.
Don't you just love having a single child?
We're thrilled that Austin isn't married. He makes our lives so
interesting.
Yes.
What do you know about that, Cynthia? I mean, just like us.
Flossie loves adventure. She won a canoe trip down the Amazon River in high school. She's studying to be a gym teacher.
Yes. Oh, and she makes the best lasagna.
Well, women call Austin constantly. To his credit, his nose is buried in the business.
Well, single children are,
A blessing in disguise.
That's a good word for it.
It is.
Single children are a blessing. Single children are a blessing in disguise.
Nice to have them always underneath your eyes.
unwed girls and bachelor boys bring their parents unexpected joys.
They're still fun despite their size. Single children are the best that money buys.
Single daughters are a parent's rich reward.
Nature's way of making sure we're never bored. Flossie loves adventuring.
We're so glad she doesn't wear a ring. If she married, we'd be floored. Single daughters are a present from the Lord.
Single sons are like the rainbow pot of gold. Austin sure to run the business till he's old.
He's so steadfast.
I agree.
Born a genius mathematically.
Pardon us for being bold. Single sons are better off within the fold. They look to be having a good time.
Well, would you look at the time? We really must be going.
Oh, this has been a fabulous evening.
Oh, and your daughter is lovely.
Oh, our daughter. We almost forgot about her.
Well, if you like, Raymond, our chauffeur, could take her to your hotel.
Or perhaps Austin could.
Well, I suppose that would be okay. Arthur?
Well, she certainly doesn't need our permission. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you so much for
Lovely
making the
evening.
trip. Cynthia, let me walk you out.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy the lemonade frappe?
Yes, I did.
I'm glad.
Oh, flowers. Oh, there you are. I hope you had a lovely conversation.
Oh, your parents have gone ahead, Flossie. We told them Austin could drop you by your hotel.
Oh, I
don't want you to go to any trouble.
I'd be glad to take you.
It was an unexpected pleasure getting to meet your parents, Flossie.
Your father and I are kindred spirits.
Well, thank you for a beautiful evening.
The pleasure was ours.
Oh, really? Off you go. Daphne, I can't believe you got Austin to take her home.
Well, she's darling. Good figure, nice personality. We'll never see her again.
I'm afraid I'm to blame for Austin's bachelorhood. In college, his nose was always buried in the textbooks. Now it's always buried in the company books.
Oh, we've introduced him to so many women.
You've introduced him. You're like his own personal welcome wagon.
Oh, I worry about him. Remember in kindergarten, he was the only child to run the three-legged sack race by himself and blindfolded. And you praised him.
Well, I admired his rugged individualism.
Oh, well, I just wish someone would have the good sense to marry him for his money. Oh, maybe this time.
We can hope. Austin wished that I would simply decide how it feels to have a woman standing by his side.
Just one grandchild would be nice. We could ask Ann Landers for advice.
How to find the perfect bride. Pray a miracle will somehow turn the tide.
I can't believe you've never played tennis before.
Oh, I never had time. Studies came first.
I was pleased when you asked me to teach you how to play.
You brought a picnic basket.
Randolph packs a great lunch.
Oh.
Okay, Flossie. The object of the game is to get a tennis ball. Namely this, over the net lots of times without missing it or hitting it outside the lines.
I understand.
The regulation tennis court for singles is a rectangle, 78 feet long and 27 feet wide.
Yes.
The height of the net is 3.5 feet on the ends, but only 3 feet in the center. The mesh of the net is approximately 4 centimeters by 4 centimeters square, small enough that a ball can't pass through it.
Oh, fascinating.
These lines at the end of the court are called baselines, and these lines at the side are called sidelines.
Oh, well, that's handy.
Most historians agree that tennis originated in France in monastery cloisters in the 12th century, but the ball was then struck with the palm of the hand.
Austin, let's play.
You're right, you're right. As I said, this is a tennis ball. Here, get the feel of it.
Hey?
You're well coordinated.
Thanks. I thought it was easy.
Well, let's hit a few balls back and forth.
Okay.
All right, here it comes. Whoa there, Flossie. No need to hit it so hard. No need to hit a home run.
Sorry.
Here, try again. This time, just tap it over the net.
Oh, that didn't go far enough.
Much better, though. This time, try for a happy medium. Somewhere in between.
Okay, a happy medium.
That's it. Here it comes back.
I got it. Rats.
It's a good thing you missed. That would have killed someone in Wyoming.
I have a feeling this is going to take a while.
It's a matter of perseverance and mathematics.
Well, you're optimistic. Can we sit for a minute?
Okay, I'll explain scoring. Now, would you look at this? There's lemonade frappe in here. I think Randolph likes you.
Oh, I adore Randolph's accent. England?
Both he and Wanda.
Oh.
They adore the Queen. And they keep a big picture of her on the back of one of the den paintings. They think no one knows about it.
Now that I've got to see.
Flossie, you're going to find that I'm about as dull as an old pencil.
I don't think you're dull at all. Tell me about scoring in tennis.
Well, when we begin the game, the score is love. And when the first person scores, the score is 15-love.
Love. I like that. It's nice.
Now, if you're serving and you score first, what would that be?
A miracle. No, seriously, the score would be love 15.
You always say the servers score first.
Oh, in that case, 15 love.
Right. And every time someone scores after that, it's another 15 points.
Well, think about how high the score would be if you played for an hour.
Well, the score just goes up to 40. The first 2 points are worth 15, and the last is worth 10.
40, 3 misses and the game is over?
There's a lot more to it than that. I'm trying to simplify it.
Oh.
The game goes to deuce a lot. That's what they call it when the score's tied.
Well, why don't they just say tie game? Oh, I'm asking too many questions. Sorry if I'm bothering you.
You're not bothering me.
Oh.
Yes, you are bothering me. Let's volley a while.
Volley?
Hit the ball back and forth.
Ooh, okay.
That's it. Here it comes back.
Oh. What was that score? Love nothing?
Love nothing. Love everything. Love waiting. Love wondering. Love nothing. That's been my score. Love something I'm waiting for. Is this just another scene in somebody else's show? Will she be a sweet goodbye or hopeful hello? Her smile is a glimpse of sun, and this time it could be real. Will I know when love arrives and how love will feel?
You're good at this.
You will be too, in no time at all.
Love's nothing I'd ever claim. Love's giving up your maiden name. Love's heartbreak, I know the score. Love nothing, been there before. I'm only another pawn in somebody else's game. I'm planning to be alone for the dead old flame. I'll leave him without a word, and gently I'll set him free. Though some hearts may find romance, love's laughing at me.
When love's a game you cannot choose, sometimes you win, some you lose. For love's seldom fair, you see. You take your chances with me. Is this just another scene in somebody else's show? Will she be a sweet goodbye or hopeful hello? Her smile is a glimpse of sun, and this time it could be real. Will I know when love arrives and how love will be? That's it, Flossie. Wow, you catch on so fast.
Oh, there you are. I have been searching high and low for you. Why did you leave this cheeky note for me on the kitchen counter? Cook almost put it in the aspic.
Did you read it?
Did I read it? Miss Wanda, don't be so familiar with the guests. Signed, you.
Before the ladies began to play bridge tonight, I overheard you say to Mrs. Stafford, "Oh, that is such a lovely alligator purse. I saw one like it at Kresge." Kresge is a 5 and dime. The wife of a bank president. Crikey.
Mrs. Austin likes it when I'm nice to her friends.
Wanda, you must simply keep your proper place. Good night now.
Yes, your lordship.
Oh, Austin, that was so much fun. You are such a good sport.
Flossie, you will be the end of me yet.
Oh, for a man who's never been in a canoe before, you did great.
For a man who's never been in a canoe before, I need a drink. How about you?
I'll take anything you serve. You're my hero.
If I'd known how rough that Hudson Gorge would be, I would have taken a blindfold and a keg of beer. You are my hero.
Oh, you were so darling when we spun around 3 times. You just kept on smiling.
I was gritting my teeth. The ratio of wind currents, canoe speed, and water torque weren't helping one bit.
To adventure and the joy it brings to life.
To a woman who doesn't know the meaning of the word stuffy,
Oh, Austin, you are not stuffy.
I can be very boring.
None of our dates have been boring. The tennis game, the hot air balloon rides, the whitewater canoeing.
But those were your ideas.
Oh.
We never do things like that in my family. So, what else do you like to do, besides trying to scare the wits out of all your dates?
I like poetry.
Who's your favorite poet?
John Donne.
Good choice.
You've heard of him?
Twice or thrice had I loved thee, before I knew thy face or name. So in a voice, so in a shapeless flame, angels affect us oft, and worshipped be.
You know poetry. I've never met a man who could recite a poem before.
My father's read poetry to me all my life.
Well, now it's your turn. What do you like, besides poetry?
Well, I like summer things. The smell and feel of summer. Meadows of wild purple violets. I spent a lot of time alone, studying genealogy and investment analysis.
You like being alone?
I did. Until now. I don't feel like such a square with you, Flossie.
A square?
In high school, I was considered a square. In college, the term was intellectual. Now I believe the word is single.
Oh. No women in your life?
Oh, mothers introduced me to thousands. Most of them were more interested in the zeros in my bank balance than in getting to know me.
Austin, you're very nice, and you're also modest. I think you have a lot to offer.
Of what?
Of thoughtfulness. Of being exactly who you say you are, no pretense.
Well, I'm not a showy person, but I am someone you can count on. Always. There are those who sing the songs, and there are those who listen. There are those who dazzling shine, while some of us just glisten. There are those who have a cause, some must furnish their applause. I can only offer you just one thing your whole life through. In my warm embrace, there's a quiet place waiting for you. In 1,000 dreams, I have seen your face. Here in my arms, it's time to run away. In my warm embrace. Run away, take your place in my warm embrace. I told you I wasn't any good at conversation.
It's my theory that life would be just like the movies, if only there were background music.
It does have background music, Flossie. It's playing in your heart.
Oh.
It's late. I'd better get you back to the hotel.
You return to London soon, don't you?
I'm staying a little longer. Something's come up that Father wants me to take care of.
Well, our tennis game's still on for tomorrow?
Tomorrow we work on your serve.
Ooh.
Is 9 a.m. too early?
Nope, I've got lots of energy in the morning.
Good. That will give me time to call and double my life insurance.
Funny. I'll leave him without a word, and gently I'll set him free.
Will I know when love arrives and how love will be?
You in the face.
Dear Flossie, before you kill me,
Yes.
will you marry me?
Austin, this is so unexpected.
Now, before I go back to London. I mean, we can go back together. This would be so much more romantic if we had some background music, but...
Yes, Austin. I'll marry you. If we can go canoeing on the Thames.
It's a deal. Now, will you help me find my glasses?
I'm afraid they're ruined.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1
Cynthia!
and 2.
Good news. The Austins have asked us to play tennis with them.
Arthur!
Well, William asked me. I didn't think you'd mind, just this once.
You almost ruined Flossie's second engagement by playing golf with the Kavanaugh boys' parents.
Okay, I promised I'd never play golf again. And I never will.
I'm relieved, Arthur. Now, when do they want us to play tennis?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Arthur, we do not know beans about tennis. I do not have a tennis outfit. We do not have any tennis balls. We do not have a tennis net.
I think the net comes with the court.
Arthur, you idiot! This is not the time for your nonsense. Arthur returns to London soon. I can't take it! Oh, does that mean you didn't have a good time, dear?
Mom, Dad, I mean this. I can't do this anymore.
Flossie, remember, nobody really gets hurt.
What about my fiancés? They get hurt.
Well, they've got their money to comfort them. How much longer do you think it's going to take, Flossie?
I think she's upset about something.
Well, we can't let this one get away. I was figuring on a 4-carat ring and 100,000 in wedding gifts.
I hope you appreciate how hard this is for me.
What'd she say?
She said she hopes we appreciate how hard this is for her.
Well, of course we appreciate it, and we'll stick to our promise. This will be your last engagement.
Oh. Is there anything we could do to help, dear? He was partying last night.
Flossie, really, when?
A real hour ago. Oh, that's wonderful.
What?
Austin proposed.
Proposed? When?
Just a few hours ago.
That's record time. I mean, did you accept?
Of course I did.
Oh, what'd she say?
Of course I did.
Oh, good girl, Flossie. This will give us terrific inventory for the Christmas season.
Oh, he is so wonderful. I can't bear the thought of dumping him. I don't think I can go through with it.
Well, you have to. I mean, we have a deal. Just keep thinking Jonathan Biltmore.
All right, but I'm only going through with this to help you. And there's one more thing. The Austins have invited us to stay in the east wing of their estate until the wedding.
How can we get the wedding gifts away if they're all at the mansion?
Well, let me handle this. Okay, a few days before the wedding, we'll simply pack up the gifts and ship them into storage and say that until we know where their address will be.
Have you set the date? 5 weeks, September 6th. Austin's delayed his flight to England again.
Couldn't get him to go any sooner?
Oh, it was hard enough to get him to set it that soon. He doesn't even know my middle name. He returns to London 3 days after the wedding.
Oh, this is just so great. I mean, your mother and I, we're so proud of you.
Oh, I wish I was proud of me.
The east wing of the estate? Now that was unexpected.
Well, my dearest wife, what did you expect? After all, we are the
Marvelous Marvels of Maine.
Now we pack and move into the mansion, sharing sighs of matrimonial joy.
With our plans for family expansion, Flossie and her bachelor boy.
I can see the gifts of unimagined treasure. We will ship straight to the shop. Let us toast the marvelous marvels on our way up to the top.
Look what I found in here. A note for you, Randolph.
Mr. Randolph, sir, if you pack a picnic lunch, I will agree to dine with you in the park one day. Wanda. I will consider it.
Randolph? Randolph? Ah, there you are, Randolph. More gifts. I hope you can find a place for them.
We are using the summer den as well.
All of this has been an extra burden on you and the staff. Thank you, Randolph.
Morning, Austin.
Morning, Father.
I'll tell you how the sun rose, a ribbon at a time.
Sunrise and Sunset. Emily Dickinson.
A beautiful poem for a beautiful day.
And Father, I want to congratulate you on how well you handled Walter Gilmore yesterday during the board meeting when he shouted at you because the vote didn't go his way.
It was hard to keep my cool, but as I've always told you, there is no better place to show good manners than in the presence of bad manners.
Good morning!
Good morning,
Morning,
Mr.
Arthur.
Austin.
Oh, another gift! That looks like it might be a tray.
Was that the 8th or the 9th?
I've lost count.
It's the 9th.
Well, trays always come in so handy. You can, put things on them.
To think we have 5 more rooms full of presents. It's starting to look like a department store around here.
Or a gift shop.
Oh, are you ready, Arthur? Yeah. Arthur and I are going to the club this morning to play some racquetball.
Racquetball? Oh, racquetball? Are you sure you're ready for that, William?
Well, after getting over the initial shock of playing tennis with your husband, I think I'm beginning to enjoy the challenge.
Of beating him?
Of staying alive.
Oh, he gets that from his daughter.
Oh.
They laughed at Columbus, too.
I don't think Columbus yelled, 4! before hitting a tennis ball. How about golf, Arthur? Ever done any golfing?
Mrs. Austin, we seem to be having a problem with the Bentley. If you wouldn't mind driving the rolls, I can stay and arrange something for Mr. Arquet's arrival.
Thank you, Raymond. Austin will be leaving, too. Don't want to be late for the shower. Oh, and some friends are dropping by later to view the gifts. Oh, these flowers. Oh, goodness sakes. Flossie, Cynthia, I'll meet you in the hall.
With all the activity around here, I've forgotten where you're going.
Oh, Melody Rutherford is hosting a shower for Flossie. Oh, I must get my purse.
More trays.
This one's a bathroom shower.
Has anyone given you a bedroom shower yet?
Oh, not yet.
Well, a man has to spend some time in bed, doesn't he?
We'll exchange some of the trays for sheets.
I pick up our tickets for our flight to London today.
Oh, canoeing on the Thames. I have to go, sweetheart.
Remember, Arquet arrives today.
Your best man. I can't wait to meet him.
Sir, a telegram has arrived for you.
Western Union, bringing best wishes. We congratulate you, Austin. May your future brightly glow. May your troubles all be small ones. Best wishes, Max and Joe.
Meter man, bringing best wishes. May your meter keep on ticking, though you're taking on a wife. Kilowatts and kilometers, measuring joy all through your life. Best wishes.
Cars here, sir. Best wishes. I've been with you since your boyhood, driven you to school each day. Now your wife can drive you crazy. Good luck, your chauffeur.
Best wishes. May you share those happy hours. May your life be filled with flowers, free from insects, blight, and vermin. Best wishes, Uncle Herman.
Love's a shot of finest brandy, warms you with a touch of spice.
Love's a mop so strong and handy, keeps you clean and looking nice.
Love's delightful, bright and beamy.
Love's an opera by Rossini.
Loves a smoky Lamborghini.
Love's a bridegroom daft and dreamy. Best wishes to the happy pair. Best wishes, always know we care. In the coming years, remember this. Marriage can be bliss.
It's like riding a bicycle. How about
Love will strike you without warning. Take the word we offer here. No more golfing every morning.
William, Arthur.
Coming, dear.
Loves a cheery red umbrella.
Loves a cheery red umbrella.
Loves bellissimo e bella.
Loves bellissimo e bella.
Loves a prince and Cinderella.
Loves a princess
and Cinderella loved a happy gallant fella. Best wishes to the happy pair. Best wishes always shall we share. In the coming years, remember this. Harry and me.
Mr. Austin, sir, your best man has arrived.
Best wishes.
Grant?
Over here. What do you know? Laura Ferguson, I can't believe it.
Thank you for not getting us away.
I don't think I could have. I was speechless.
You were speechless? My father still hasn't uttered a word. Of all the men in America, who does Austin have as his best man?
A former fiancé, or should I say, a former victim.
Austin said his best man's name was R.K.
Rodeo King, lifelong nickname. Our family's been close ever since our grandpas met at Harvard. Every summer I'd join him in some hoity-toity camp in the East, and then he'd come visit us at the ranch. He was on a first-name basis with my animals.
Oh, I can't believe it.
So, y'all had to fly to Chicago for a special wedding gown with Aunt Mildred.
Hog-tie me. I know I deserve it.
Your mama died years ago, boo-hoo. It's only been a couple months and already you got a new cowboy you gotta toss on a cactus. Why do you do it?
It's a long story.
I got time. You hurt me, Laura. Flossie, whatever your name is. 2 months ago, you were gonna marry me. Do you have any idea how embarrassed Mama was? Not to mention you made a jackass out of me.
I truly am sorry if you just understand.
Oh, what do you do with the gifts? Hawk 'em?
It's a little thing we do.
Little thing we do.
It started out very innocently, and then one thing led to another. I was starting my sophomore year at the University of Maine. I wanted to be a gym teacher.
Not Sarah Lawrence.
Oh, I didn't even know what Sarah Lawrence was. I thought it was a cheesecake. I fell in love with this senior, Jonathan Billmore III. Oh, I was crazy about him. We were going to be married the summer after he graduated.
I suspect he was wealthy.
Oh, he was from an immensely wealthy family, but we honestly didn't know how wealthy until after we were engaged. We didn't want Jonathan's family to be ashamed of us, so we spent all my savings for the next school year on my dress, bridesmaids' dresses, gifts, engraved invitations, fancy luncheons, oh, rehearsal dinners.
You walked out on him, stole the gifts.
No. Jonathan walked out on me. He never showed up to the wedding. Everyone was there in the church, me in my $3,000 wedding dress, 9 of my friends in their frilly bridesmaids' dresses, my father in the tux he bought, my mother in the most expensive gown she ever owned, and Jonathan, he never showed up.
I'm sorry.
I was heartbroken. My mother was destroyed, my father was crushed, and our newly mortgaged house and garage was full of gifts. Well, we didn't know what to do with all those expensive things. We couldn't return them to the stores. My dad found a seaside cottage and we opened up a gift shop. We named it the Silver Shell. My canceled weddings keep it stocked. And we meet the nicest people.
And break their hearts.
Jonathan broke my heart. Broke my parents' hearts and their bank accounts. Oh my God.
I'm as bad at roping as I am at caressing a woman. Are your family forcing you to do this?
No. They lost all their savings. My college money is gone. I'm just trying to make it up to them. We're almost out of debt.
What a nice little scheme.
Well, no one ever calls the police because they're too ashamed to admit what really happened. And there are no laws against keeping gifts that people have given you.
Never.
Wealthy guests are out to 1 gift each.
Your family has acted like a bunch of rattlesnakes.
I know.
Horse manure, Flossie. Austin does not deserve this, or haven't you noticed what a really fine person he is?
Please, Grant.
Oh, please, grant me. I'll tell you what. It's about 2:15 now. I'll give you and your family until today to clear out here without the gifts. I'll wait till you're gone to tell the truth.
Thank you. That's more than
Don't
fair.
thank me. I am doing this for Austin. Watch carefully who your next victim is, sugar britches. I have good friends everywhere.
Please tell Austin how truly sorry I am. We'll be gone by noon.
Without the gifts.
All the quick goodbyes, the fast hellos, thought you find in every rose.
Wanda, why do you persist in putting those hydrangeas into the arrangement? Mrs. Austin keeps throwing them out.
They're my lucky flower.
Lucky?
Yes, you and I were both shopping at the flower market when we reached for the same bouquet. You told me that Lord Paisley needed a maid, and I got the job there with you, and we were hired right away by the Austins. That was a lucky day.
I do admit, the flowers have a certain charm.
Well, God bless the Queen. You actually said something nice to me. I like that.
Oh.
Well, look who's up bright and early. Nice surprise.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I just came to take a cup of coffee up to my room.
Before you sneak away, I'd like to sneak a kiss. What a surprise to be so breathless. What a surprise each day to find you in my heart, my every moment. What a surprise, you on my mind. Now I awake and love is waiting. Now I awake, the world is new. All of my life, each day I've missed you. Life began the day I kissed you.
What a surprise to wake up smiling. What a surprise. Each day I knew, feeling a hope forever after. What a surprise that I met you.
Now I awake and love is waiting. Now I awake, the world is new. All of my life, each day I missed you. Life began the day I kissed you. What a surprise at last to find you. What a surprise each day to see you waiting here to love and cherish. What a surprise, you've chosen me.
Good morning, Austin. How are you this lovely morning?
And Mother, get you a cup of coffee?
That would be nice, thank you.
Morning, Father.
Morning, Austin.
Good
Daphne.
morning.
How was the sunrise?
Heaven's wide arch was glorious. The sun's returning March.
The sunrise on the hills. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
Yes.
Mother, are you knitting?
Baby booties. Always optimistic. Oh, thank you, dear. Now, Austin, you have your fine fitting for your new tuxedo at 2 o'clock today.
Yes. Reminds me, Daphne, I tried on my tuxedo last week.
And?
I think the cleaner shrank it.
Maybe you should go with Austin today. And would you stop by at the floral shop and check on the orchids? Fiona the florist was afraid she wouldn't be able to get 400.
Mother, you are doing a fine job planning this wedding.
I've been planning your wedding since the day you were born. Everyone always tells me that as the mother of the groom, my job is to shut up, and wear beige. But just I get to make all the plans. Oh, Austin, I want you to know how I love Flossie.
Well, that makes two of us.
Three of us. You come out of your shell, son.
It's all Flossie.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Arthur.
Had breakfast?
She woke with an awful headache this morning. She'll be down there.
There's a call for Mr. Marvel, long distance.
Oh, well, who could that be? My stockbroker? Marvel here. Miller. What? Oh, how awful. When?
Nothing serious, I hope.
It's my sister in Chicago. Her husband's had a heart attack. Oh, yes, we'll come right away. Flight reservations already. Yep. Number 645 at 3:15. We'll be there. And tell Philip, hang in there. Yeah. Goodbye, Mildred.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Arthur.
Well, he leave so suddenly, I'm sure we'll be gone just a day or...
Will Flossie and Mrs. Marvel be going as well?
Well, Flossie is so close to her. Aunt Mildred want to comfort her. Excuse me.
Is there anything you can do to help?
Well, pray, son. Pray.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, goodbye, Grant.
What was that all about?
Arthur's brother-in-law's had a heart attack, so the Marvels need to make a quick trip to Chicago.
Heart attack. So that's how they'll do it.
It's such a shame. They won't be gone long.
Daphne, you may begin to think about a postponement.
A postponement? Yes, I will call the parish secretary right away and check on that possibility. Oh, and we wanted a bow at the end of every church pew, didn't we? I must get to church and count the pews.
I'd hate to delay your trip back to Austin.
It'll be all right, Father. Everything will work out.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll try on that tuxedo once more. Perhaps I've lost while playing racquetball with her yesterday.
One unexpected complication. Poor Flossie. Grant, I hope you can stay during this day.
I'll try to arrange it, Austin.
I have to see about getting Flossie and her parents to the airport.
Austin, wait. I have to tell you why I canceled my wedding.
We were all wondering what happened, but right now I have to get Flossie to the airport.
She's the same woman, Austin. The same woman I was engaged to. Flossie Marvel, but she had a different name. Laura Ferguson. I fell for her like a ton of bricks. We had a quick courtship, got engaged, sent out wedding invitations. Gifts came pouring in, and at the last minute, when everything was planned, her father just disappeared with all the gifts. No sign of them anywhere.
Are you serious? My Flossie? That can't be true.
It is. She said her mother had died. How could we have known? Here I show up as the best man, and while they're supposedly off to Chicago to help a sick relative, they plan to take the gifts, disappear, and make money selling them. Now, I told them I would wait till they're gone to tell you the truth. I can't do that to you. I'm sure they're packed by now.
I can't believe this.
I wouldn't joke about something like this.
I feel like I've been hit by a train.
Well, you have, buddy, by the marvels of Main train. Austin, finding them here, telling you, that's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
To think this happened to you too.
I'll leave you alone. Holy prairie dog, what a roundup. Sick relative in Chicago. Horse manure.
Honey, there you are. I'm so sorry we have to leave you like this.
I am too. Believe me. Flossie, there's something I have to say to you before you go.
Yes?
It's rather awkward. I don't quite know how to begin.
Is something wrong?
It's just that I wrote you a poem last night.
You wrote a poem? No one's ever written a poem for me before.
I'd like to read it to you before you go. To Flossie. Summer arrived without warning this year and awakened a small voice in my heart which called me to run away with you to wooded glens where life with you was meant to be. Come away now, sweet girl, to meadows of violets so strong they can bind two souls together and still have enough purple left over to paint a summer's field. It doesn't rhyme. Poems don't have to rhyme, you know.
Austin, I think your poem is beautiful.
That's the way I feel about you. You exploded in my life without warning this year, and I wouldn't exchange that for anything in the world. And the best of my life. You'd better go. Your parents must be waiting.
Yes. Time to go.
Goodbye, Flossie.
Don't worry, we're just leaving.
Flossie, I told Austin. I told him everything.
You told him about us?
He's my best friend. I had to. I owed it to him.
Oh, there you are, Austin. Did you get to say goodbye to Flossie?
I did say goodbye to Flossie, Mother. Mother, I have to tell you something difficult.
Good grief. Don't be bad news about the orchids.
I wish it were about the orchids. Mother, brace yourself. There's no easy way to say this. There isn't going to be a wedding.
No wedding?
It's as simple as that. I wish it weren't true.
What, did someone die?
It was all a scam. I wondered why it happened so quickly. Flossie is gone, Mother.
Did she break off your engagement?
No? Well, yes. In a way. It's all a scam that Flossie and her parents pull on wealthy single bachelor men. We were the perfect target.
Us? A target?
Well, Flossie and her parents move from town to town. She pretends to go overboard for a wealthy man. They get engaged, they plan a wedding, and when it's time, they leave with all the gifts. They just pile them in a truck and disappear.
But all the gifts are still here.
Well, they pulled the same scam on Grant. Can you believe it? He was astounded to see them when he got here. He just now told me. He gave them till noon to clear out of town. There's no trip to Chicago. They're gone for good.
Oh, this is horrid. Poor Grant. Poor you. Poor us.
It'll be over soon, Mother. You have to be brave and help Father through this.
Oh!
It'll be all right. Everything will be fine. We'll figure out a way for it all to be all right. I'm so sorry, Mother.
How could she do this to us? Could she do this to us? How could she do this to us? I was going to be the best mother-in-law. What a horrible woman. What will we tell our friends? What will we do with 400 orchids? William, I have the most dreadful news. We're not going to be grandparents after all. I can't believe what a pickle we're in. This morning, I was planning for a wedding, and now I'm planning words for my tombstone. Another one, Ralph.
The usual, madam.
Yes, but add a shot of arsenic.
Would you like that with tonic or soda? Perhaps with Alka-Seltzer. That way you'd be killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, I know 3 birds I'd like to kill.
I'd like to take that goofy lasso of yours, Grant, and string it all up.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the fools some of the time, all of the people and some of the fools some... Oh, something like that. The usual, madam.
Thank you, Randolph.
What tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive.
William Shakespeare.
No, Sir Walter Scott said.
Oh, remember what the Bible says. That which does not kill us makes us stronger.
The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said that.
Oh, no.
I thought it was from Gone with the Wind.
I've always thought it should be that which does not kill us really pisses us off.
Grant, you could not lasso Sam Houston if he was sitting on your...
It's true. I can't hit my with a banjo.
I didn't bring all this bitterness into the house. I'm such a loser.
Oh, darling! Now, don't say that. me, you'll always be a winner, even if you are a loser.
That's what my parents said when the Fergusons Marvel disappeared.
Oh, that's right, Grant. Austin told us this happened to you, too. Isn't this a mess?
Loser, loser, loser. Randolph, did you know that in America, loser is a four-letter word?
Defeat also. Both are four-letter words.
Don't forget underdog.
Now that's not as bad. Americans love the underdog.
As long as he's victorious.
True. Once the underdog is defeated, then he becomes a loser. Nobody likes a loser. Everyone likes to win. Finishing last is awkward. Yes, it's more than a cardinal sin. When you're down in the cellar, it's hard not to feel like a flop. For nobody likes a loser. Everyone loves the top. Losing is inglorious, so dull and incomplete. There's no consolation that comes from a defeat.
Hear it for our Austin. He needs some bucking up.
Sometimes you can't avoid it, this confounded mucking up.
Nobody likes a loser. Everyone likes to win. Finishing last is awkward. Yes, it's more than a cardinal sin. When you're down in the cellar, it's hard not to feel like a flop. Oh, nobody likes a loser. Everyone loves the top. Losing is a howler, an unbecoming gaffe, with no loyal fans hoping for an autograph. Losers don't get war bonds or golden trophies tall. Unless you count the booby prize, they don't get much at all. Just broken hearts and broken dreams, high hopes leaking at the seams, gooey words like good try, son, gee, we wish you would have won. Kids won't ask to shake their hand or join them on the victory stand. No one rents a party room to celebrate the loser's gloom.
A-U-S!
T-I-N!
A-U-S!
T-I-N! Nobody likes a loser. Everyone likes to win. Finishing last is awkward. Yes, it's more than a cardinal sin. So we prefer a winner. We salute our loser too. But you'll always be a winner to us. Watching Austin, we love you.
Don't worry, Mrs. A. You'll live through this. My parents did. Mama decided not to tell anyone what really happened. Instead, she told all our friends that I have been awarded the coveted Marietta Spoonworthy Kellogg Memorial Scholarship, and that I was offered a year's study in Vienna.
You're kidding.
And the length of the study, I would be postponing the wedding for a year, maybe longer.
Well, did it work?
At this very moment, I am in Vienna, studying like a tumbleweed in high wind.
The Marietta Spoonworthy Scholarship. I've never heard of it.
That's because Mama made it up. The house was full of people for a whole week. No one even noticed they didn't get their gift back. Some people even brought me another gift to congratulate me.
What will you do now?
Go on to Vienna, of course. I'll eventually return home, and everyone will have forgotten by then.
Do you suppose there could be two recipients of that scholarship in 1 year?
Why not? Austin, you want to come to Vienna with me?
We could open a branch there.
I'm not going to let three crooks force to live a lie. No offense, Grant.
Perhaps we could announce that Miss Flossie won that scholarship.
Now, That I'd go along with. Let's send Flossie to Vienna.
I'll drive her there myself.
You mean tell everyone Flossie won the award?
Absolutely. May I propose a toast? To Flossie Marvel, the winner of the prestigious Marietta Spoonworthy Kellogg Memorial Scholarship.
Now we'll have 2 winners in our family. Oh, I mean 1. To Austin.
To Austin!
Our winning bachelor son.
Here,
This just can't be.
Who invented the cardboard box, Cynthia?
Jason Goodbody.
No. He invented the shoehorn. The cardboard box.
I didn't know anyone invented it.
Oh, this is awful. Like the chicken pox.
It's like the chicken pox, dear.
Love, darn it, love.
You've been vaccinated. Could it have been Eli Whitney?
No, he invented the telephone.
No, Whitney invented the cotton gin. Oh,
Then who invented the telephone?
I thought you wanted to know who invented the cardboard box. Honey, are you upset about something?
She thinks she's coming down with the chicken pox.
Well, we need to take some time off.
This gig, it was a close call. I mean, that crazy cowpuncher.
Getting so I don't like myself very much anymore.
Oh, me too.
You don't like me anymore?
Oh, no. I like you just fine.
Mother,
Yes, dear.
how did you know when you were in love with Daddy?
Let's not spoil the morning, dear.
Oh, no. You've fallen in love with Austin? Oh. Well, don't worry. You'll get over it.
She'll get over it. Why do men always make heartbreak sound like flu?
I can't forget what I did to Austin. He was such a good man, and his parents, oh, they're so sweet.
I like Daphne, too. At one of the showers, she told me you were the perfect woman for her son, and that you brought out the best in him.
She said that?
Well, William told me that he liked our camaraderie, and I had the slightest idea what that meant, so I asked if he could spell it, and he couldn't, so we had a drink.
I'm finished. Done with all this wedding business.
You don't mean... I mean, think of your mother and me and the money we've lost.
Do mean it. I felt guilty ever since we lost so much money, but it simply was not my fault.
We've lost all of our savings.
Well, that wasn't my fault either. You two were just as eager to please as I was.
That was Jonathan Biltmore's fault.
Oh, we gotta start taking some responsibility for our actions. What are we trying to do? Get revenge? On who? It's not the Austin's fault that they're rich. That the Biltmores made fools of us.
We're trying to get our money back.
Well, then you can run the shop the way everyone runs a business. My sense of right and wrong was overruled by my love for you, Mom and Dad. But I'm finished. Done. I'm going to go back to school and become a gym teacher. That's it. I quit.
Well, you're not very pretty when you're like this.
I'm going to be a prisoner of Jonathan Biltmore's for 1 more minute. In fact, I think we should go back and apologize to the whole family.
Austin's? Oh, I am not going back there. Cynthia, finish packing. We're leaving Maine in the morning. Flossie, are you coming?
You can drop me off in Farmington. I'll get a job and finish college there.
What in the world has brought this on?
Grant told Austin about us before we left.
Oh, that's Texan again.
And do you know what Austin did? Instead of telling me how hateful I was, he read a beautiful poem he had written for me. Oh, Mother.
Yes, dear.
Oh, Mother. Yes, dear.
Cynthia, are we going to finish packing?
Arthur? Shut up! I'll come back and check on you.
I've never met a man who could recite a poem before.
My father's read poetry to me all my life.
Well, what do you like to do besides poetry?
I like meadows of wild purple violets, summer things.
Like being alone?
I did. Until now.
my theory is life would be just like the movies, if only it had background music.
It does have background music, Flossie. It's playing in your heart.
It's playing in my heart. Oh, Austin. Every summer with you would be music to me. Every summer a sweet duet, a symphony. We'll run hand in hand, and violets of blue will welcome us home and bind me to you. Will you give me a chance for one summer of bliss? Will you open your broken heart for one more kiss? I promise I'll stay till summers are through. Beginning today, every summer with you.
I can't believe this whole wedding fiasco.
I didn't know it, but I was coming to your rescue, like a Lone Ranger.
Well, it's time to get you to the airport and say goodbye.
Seems like it's always time to say goodbye to friends.
You're more than a friend, Grant. You're the brother I never had.
Oh, you too, buddy. I can't tell you how many times I begged my parents for a brother.
That was the same at my house, too. When I was a kid, I went to my mother. I begged her, please, can you get me a brother? She bought me a book with poems inside.
I got a dog named Clyde.
I asked again when I was a bit older. I went to my dad, tapped him on the shoulder.
I'll make you a swing from an old rubber tire.
I got a radio flyer.
It wasn't long, they bought me a horse.
I got a bike, a Shelby, of course, and a shiny new red runner sled.
I got antlers over my bed.
Mom, if I only had a brother, I wouldn't need anything more. Just someone to scuffle and fight with, tell ghost stories all night with. If I only had a brother, you see what brothers are for. Playing hide and seek in my mansion,
falling into the creek when we're cattle ranching.
I got silver coins and a piggy bank.
I got a baby raccoon.
What'd you name him?
Frank.
I got a savings bond and personal stocks.
I got a tackle box and a fox.
But all things come to those who wait. Your limousine arrived at the gate.
I smile when I recall that day, and I heard my parents say,
Son, would you like to have a brother? He's a premium, one of a kind.
You're nice even though you got money.
You're smart even if you talk funny.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I talk funny?
Yes, that's right.
Me?
The sun hath no desire nor sense, but I shall make speedier journeys, since I take more wings and spurs than he.
Well, looks like that one's a real gully washer. Makes for a pesky time if you're fixing to go out to the back lot and throw a few shoes. I win. I finally got a brother. Wouldn't think of changing my mind. I got someone to spit and spar with, drink brandy and smoke a cigar with.
At the numbers, you're a cracker jack. You keep my oil business in the black.
When you're pulling leather in the ring, you're a blue chip rodeo king.
I got a walk-in book of poetry.
I got a 10-gallon hat with a menagerie.
And a genuine cowhide lariat, too.
But before I met you, I got a cap,
Got a saddle.
got a leather belt, I got a ping-pong paddle,
Got a rabbit pelt.
Lincoln Logs,
Pet frog.
Hardy Boys,
Tinker toy.
Battleship,
Tree fort. Bottle rocket.
tennis court,
Oil rig.
whirligig.
Pet snake.
Snake?
Jake.
I got a goldfish once. I finally got a brother. I'll send the rest to Timbuktu. 'Cause all I need through thick and thin is my zany, brainy, big-hearted brother. You. Well, it's time to get your butt in the saddle and off to Vienna. Grant, I just can't let her go like this.
After everything you learn about her, you still
Maybe her parents are forcing her to do this.
She's a grown woman. Get that through your knucklehead.
Let's stop at the hotel. Maybe we can talk some sense into her.
Talk sense into her. Talk sense into you.
What are you doing?
I will not let you make a fool of yourself if this is what it takes.
R.K. Livingston, this is absurd. Let me go.
Oh, hold still. This is for your own good. You were about to squat with your spurs on. Female coyote. They're always on the prowl. And I'm not going to let that female coyote get you. Oh. Holy rolling sagebrush. There's always something around here.
Mr. Livingston, I presume?
Raymond, is the car ready yet?
Seem to be having a problem with the Bentley. All the other cars are in use. I could summon a taxi.
Oh, no need, Raymond. I'm postponing my departure for now.
What's wrong with your legs?
It's a little condition I have. I will go to the airport when I get it under control.
Just call me when you're ready. I'll be in the garage.
Around you? I'm still trying to fix the problems at our New York office.
Well, what in the world am I going to do with 400 orchids? Make soup?
Sell them in the Marvel's gift shop.
Oh.
Grant, we thought you had gone to the airport.
Raymond seems to be having a little trouble with the Bentley.
Austin, sir, your friends are outside behaving like a bunch of buskers.
Just what we need. Send them in, Randolph.
What do they want?
I don't know. They're constantly about it. Oh, here they come.
We heard the news at the club from Fiona the florist.
That the wedding has been postponed?
Yes! Well, Flossie received the most astonishing news. She's been awarded the scholarship.
Oh, what?
The Marietta Spoonworthy Kellogg Memorial Scholarship.
Kellogg?
A K-E-double-L-O, double good, madam. Like the cereal.
We always knew that when Austin finally found herself a woman, she would be a fundamentally fantastic, foxy female who was feminine, full of fun and frivolity, and smart.
An award is making you postpone the wedding?
Well, Austin insisted that Flossie accept the award, and it means concentrated study in Vienna, beginning tomorrow. As it turns out, Austin is desperately needed in the London office, so they decided to wait.
Well, where is our amazing Miss Marvel? Can we wish her bon voyage?
Unfortunately, she's already departed.
Sorry, everyone. I seem to be allergic to something.
At this moment, her plane should be arriving in Vienna.
Postponing possible pleasure to participate in prestigious points of professional positions and other punctilious projects.
I totally agree.
Sir, madam.
Wanda, we're a bit busy right now.
But there's someone important at the door.
No, Wanda, whoever it is, please ask them to come back later.
It is me over, and they ishe answe ute octe is me ostine.
Wanda, whatever are you saying?
I think she's trying to say Miss Marvel is here, and she unswe ute octe ute oye unse.
You speak Pig Latin.
Oh, Flossie, dear, home for the weekend?
If it isn't our own bubbly Miss Bratwurst bursting with bountiful baskets of bulletins. Brava beaucoup, Flossie.
I beg your pardon?
The Austins were just telling us your great news.
Oh, my great news.
That you have been awarded the Marietta Spoonworthy Kellogg Memorial Scholarship, and we're just about to leave today for a year's study in Vienna.
Everyone thought you'd left. Weren't you surprised to receive this award?
Dumbfounded. It's just beginning to sink in. But I came to see Austin before I go.
Well, Austin thought you were on a plane to Vienna, dear, so he
left for London early this morning.
I finally got the Bentley running.
And it's about time we take this Wiener Schnitzel to the airport.
Thank you. I'm so happy I got to say goodbye to you all. You've been so kind to me and my parents.
Well, say goodbye to your parents one more time for us, dear, and we can hardly wait to see them again.
Oh, we'll be running along now. I am so relieved this wasn't something awful like a jilting.
Oh, well, Melody, you have such a sense of humor.
Melody, this occasion calls for another present for the couple. Maybe a great gargantuan gold tray to go with the glittering glass goblets we gifted them.
Oh, what a day this has been. The only thing that could possibly top it would be an earthquake or a good... Oh, Randolph, you're a mind reader.
Daphne, why don't we go try and find a comedy to watch on television? Hey, by the way, any idea where Austin actually is?
Well, for once, I hope he's tied up with business someplace.
Yes.
Oh, and Wanda, Randolph, would you please tidy up this room?
Oh, what in the world?
God bless the Queen, it's Mr. Austin.
Oh, Mr. Austin, whatever happened?
This is an outrage.
Am I glad to see you two? Get me out of this row.
Hold your lallies, sir. Was it robbers who did this?
I wish it had been. It was Grant. I told him I was going to look for Flossie.
You were going to look for that vixen? I hope you were going to have her arrested.
Untie me.
For what she's done to you.
Randolph, she's done nothing to me.
He's just a boy in love.
Oh, love has made him daft.
You are here. We got to the end of the driveway and the Bentley died, and Raymond confessed that you were still here, and I jumped out and ran all the way back.
If that is all, sir, Wanda and I will retire now.
Well, this is awkward.
You're telling me? I've never talked to a man tied to a chair before. Who did this to you?
It was Grant. I told him I was going to look for you, and he called you a coyote and tied me up.
You were going to come find me? But you knew it was a scam when you read your poem to me, and yet you read me your poem.
Let's get me out of here.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just wait till I get my hands on that RK. Randolph!
Wanda?
What in the world is all the racket?
Flossie? Hey, Austin! What's going on here?
Young lady, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Now, Daphne, there's no better place to show good manners than in the presence of bad ones.
Says who?
I am ashamed of myself. I am truly sorry, Mrs. Austin, Mr. Austin. What you have seen is not the real me. I came back to tell you that I think you are good people. Your son is wonderful.
Has anyone seen Miss Flossie? She jumped down the guy. Aha!
The coyote has recovered her prey.
I'm trying to explain. You see, I didn't mean to do any of this.
Sir, your friends from the club have arrived.
What again?
We were driving back to the club, and we saw Flossie.
Recklessly running, raucously down the road, racing rather like she had ruthlessly robbed a restaurant.
Mr. and Mrs. Rutherford, everyone, Austin.
It's This is my awful mess.
We're looking for our daughter. Is Flossie here?
Oh, Flossie, we were afraid you were hitchhiking.
Arthur, Cynthia, good to see you again.
Flossie, we thought you'd left for Europe.
Europe? Yes, to study. Remember, she won the,
Marietta Spoonworthy Kellogg Memorial Scholarship.
She did? I mean, you did?
Yes, and I'll be studying for the year in Venezuela.
Vienna, madam.
Thank you, Randolph, Vienna. But I decided not to accept the Marietta Spoonful Cornflake Memorial Award.
Oh, good heavens!
I realized that I didn't want to stay away from Austin. Not even for 3 days to see my sick aunt.
Uncle, madam.
Thank you, Randolph, my sick uncle. Not for a year to study in Venice.
Vienna, madam.
Thank you, Randolph. Vienna. Not for any reason.
That's a big statement, Flossie. You have no idea how much I want to believe you.
Love is not love, which alters when its alteration finds...
Not now, Father.
I'm trying to apologize.
That's why you came back?
That's part of it.
And the other part?
To see if we could start again. I hope there's enough purple left over to paint a summer's field. With all my heart, Austin, I wish this had never happened. You are the kindest man I have ever met in my entire life. You're not making this easy on me.
I'm trying hard not to.
I'm sorry for everything. Everything except meeting you.
Austin, you are a fine young man, and you have fine parents.
Well, what my husband is trying to say is that we're sorry, too. We wish we had taken the gifts so that we could return them to show you just how sorry we are.
You know, Austin told us what Grant did to win his trip to Vienna, the trip you all awarded him.
We'll never do that again.
We've learned our lesson.
Instead of being vengeful, you read the beautiful poem that you'd written for me. Well, I wrote a poem for you. Roses are red, violets are blue. Dearest Austin, I deeply love you. It rhymes, you know, but poems don't have to. I'd like to make a new beginning.
I accept your apology. And yours as well. I've been thinking, since you declined the Marietta Spoonworthy Kellogg Memorial Scholarship, perhaps I could interest you in the Austin Fields of Purple Scholarship. It requires a lifetime of study, beginning with a new adventure in London.
Oh, but does it include transportation?
Transportation, and a wedding ring, and my love forever.
Then I accept.
Arthur, I appreciate your turnabout. Austin told us about the silver shell. Perhaps you'd consider an investor.
I certainly would. I have enjoyed our camaraderie, William, and I know how to spell it now.
Well, maybe we could open up a shop next to your store. Specialize in poetry.
I can help you plan the wedding, Daphne.
We could count the church pews.
Well, sometimes a coyote turns out to be the perfect mate. Think I'll stick around and make sure you two actually tie the knot.
Mrs. Flossie, along with that Fields of Purple Scholarship comes the recipe for lemonade frappe. Remember, you must keep it in the family.
Thank you, Randolph. Oh, dear Wanda, I accept your proposal for a picnic.
Thunderation, wrong note.
Oh, I told you them hydrangeas was lucky.
So love triumphant rules the day. Sorrow's dust is swept away. With tender heart and throbbing breast, mornings past are laid to rest.
Poem?
Love triumphant. Poet, William Spencer Austin.
Best wishes to the happy pair. Best wishes, always knowing care. In the coming years, remember this. Marriage and me.
Bye.